Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Will's Cartomancy Tarot. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, what I wanted to do is just going to just give a special topics reading and just basically look at, or examine exactly how Nancy Pelosi feels about Donald Trump. Okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, I've decided to go on and use my tarot deck today. It's already shuffled and illustrated here. Okay? I usually don't use reverse cards or reverse readings, but in this case, I've decided to go on and just use those just to see what will come out for this particular reading. Okay, so prior to getting into this reading, I just like to make a few general observations, and then we'll move forward. It seems that just looking at the cards, that she certainly doesn't care much about him because there are really no cups falling in the main reading here. Okay, and it looks like she sees him as having a lack of direction, or in fact a lack of really passion here with the absence here of wands. Okay, I'm also feeling that she sees him as a bit stagnant, one who doesn't communicate things fully and openly, like he's secretive in some sense, that I'm kind of getting around just looking at these cards. Okay, so let's go on and get started. I'm going to look at the actually two cards that fell to the bottom of the deck. We have that Four of Cups reverse, as well as the Page of Cups reverse. So starting with the Four of Cups, reverse, this card is all about, feeling a bit energized, kind of being ready for a challenge, and despair and exhaustion, coming out of isolation. I'm kind of feel that she kind of sees him as looking forward to new things, yet still restless and stubborn. A very insecure and rash type personality, I'm feeling. Okay. And looking at this next card here, that Page of Cups reverse, this card is all about immaturity, insecurity and muddled thinking, even a lack of common sense. So she kind of sees him as a spoiled brat, if you will, someone who kind of makes very irrational decisions, even, ladies and gentlemen, as someone who might drink or might be an addict of some sort. And of course, this could be substance or food or something of that nature, but very selfish, I'm feeling, and very emotionally disturbed, callous. Even as someone who kind of hates listening to advice, a very weak type personality that I'm kind of getting here, that she's kind of seeing him as. Okay. Now, looking at this Queen of Pentacles there, that's reversed. And this card is all about, greed, suspicious, and, kind of distrust or self and aggrandizement, even fiscal recklessness that I'm kind of getting. So she certainly sees him as very insecure, as a greedy person, someone who kind of feels the world owes him, someone who wants to kind of raise his status, including an ostentatious, you know, type wealthy individual who kind of lacks concern for those less fortunate than he. Okay. Certainly someone who kind of withholds various resources, as a person who kind of wants, you know, revenge. I'm kind of getting a person who is evil, perplexed, even in fact, ladies and gentlemen, treacherous, even very disloyal, that I'm kind of getting here. Okay. And then you have this Emperor card there, and this card is all about stability, structure. So, since Nancy is a very structured type person, she has a rather sober image of Trump, I'm feeling. She sees him as kind of having a great deal of willpower, confidence, and even as someone who kind of desires control and power, even an important rival that must be defeated. Okay, as someone who is very cold, and one who kind of will really do whatever it is or whatever it takes to kind of maintain his status as president, that I'm kind of getting here from that card. Okay, and then we have the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, and this card is all about, a new beginning, one that's very tangible, a helping hand, in fact. Okay, so she sees him as having to face a trial, and of course, he will be facing one soon. And ladies and gentlemen, I will be posting part B to Trump's impeachment, following this one. And she also sees him as someone who is very, successful, And I feel that she wants to work really with him to kind of resolve things, but his attitude and his action and the way that he kind of goes about doing things is kind of disturbing her. So that kind of, puts her off. Okay. And last but not least, we have that star here reversed. And, this card is all about, when it's reverse pessimism, poor judgment and distrust. So she sees Trump as a very imprudent type person, as an individual who has too much pride, as someone who has a hard time accepting assistance. Okay. I feel she sees him as, kind of arrogant, deceitful, as someone whose heart yearns for the unattainable. I'm kind of getting here, you know? So, ladies and gentlemen, this is what I'm kind of seeing in terms of how, she really feels about Trump. Okay. I'd like to hear your comments. Okay. And if this reading resonates with you, I'm sure it won't resonate personally, but if you kind of like this reading, go on and give it a big thumbs up. And if any of you like to have a more personalized reading, you can certainly contact me at WAT61073 at gmail.com. Do enjoy your day, and I look forward to hearing your comments. Thanks a lot.